Barrister Tendem Innocent Kengaso. On today's slot, we shall be looking at the registration of private limited liability companies in Cameroon. Before diving into our main subject, we would like to bring to your attention that company activities fall under commercial activities in Cameroon, and commercial activities in Cameroon are governed by specific laws. Besides that, we have the 2010 law that governs small and medium-sized enterprises. But however, Cameroon, being part of the CEMAC zone, has equally ratified the OHADA Uniform Act, which is a regional treaty that governs commercial activities. By so doing, the OHADA legislation has now become the dominant legislation as far as registration of commercial companies is concerned in Cameroon. The OHADA Uniform Act on Commercial Activities and Economic Interest Group has given an outline procedure to be followed for the registration of the limited liability company. But we must equally hold in mind that there are other forms of businesses, among which we have sole proprietorship, joint venture businesses, public limited liability companies, and so on and so forth. Specifically, who can register a limited liability company? Anybody. Anybody can register. Anybody can own a limited liability company. The minimum age required by the law is 18 years. But does this mean a minor cannot do business? Of course. Through a representative, a minor can definitely invest in any company, own shares through an adult representative. And a company can equally own a company, because a company is a juristic person, it's a legal personality, and as such, it can own other companies or invest in other companies, while a natural person can equally register and own limited liability companies. We say this because many people are interested or are already into business and they want to legalize or register their businesses into companies, and they don't know what to do, which step to take, which office to enter, which is the basic and the reason for today's video. The minimum share capital required for the start-up of a limited liability company is 1 million francs CFA, as opposed to 10 million for public companies. To go through this procedure, the law requires you to put together a good number of documents to be able to go through. For nationals, the law requires you to present an identification paper, to present your criminal record. You equally need to present, for minors, the birth certificate. For you equally be required to present a localization plan of the head office. Every company must have a head office, and should you have branches around the national territory, equally to be able to mention them. There must be a notarial statement of subscription of shares for a company to go live or to be floated. The shares must be subscribed by the promoters or the shareholders of that company, and that document must be notarized before a notary. Equally, we need the list of the shareholders, particularly because these are the owners of the company. You equally need a certificate of appointment of a general manager, who is the person who is in charge of the day-to-day running of the company. The company cannot be created or floated and left in isolation. It must do business. Therefore, we need some officers, some personnel who will be able to see into the day-to-day activities of the company. We need some financial director. What you have noted is that foreigners will be required after fulfilling other national requirements to present their passport and resident permit to be able to register company. Equally, I want to say here that you can invest in a company without necessarily pouring in cash, as you could contribute to the share capital in kind, by providing maybe the company structure, furniture, vehicles, some other assets that is not cash as your own contribution, and the law says it shall be evaluated and converted into cash, and the value put as your own contribution to the share capital of the company. With the compilation of all these documents, what is left is to approach the company register at the court of first instance, or you could go to the one-stop cop shop, which is a center for registration of businesses, and have your company registered. You will be given the required fee for registration and all other stamps, and have your company registered. What you need to note is that the memorandum and article of association, which is the binding document, must be stamp duty. It must be stamp duty at the level of taxation. It is after this process you join that document with the other documents that you now go for registration of your company. Once registered, it is for a period of 99 years. And the law expects the prospective company owner or part owner to be able to furnish a few requirements. What you need to note is that you are required to declare your taxes depending on your income monthly. Should you fail to declare as required by the law says you incur penalties on the undeclared tax, and in addition you will still be required to pay the tax. If not, you have the tax officers coming to you. Gentlemen, I think this and a bit more are the procedure to be used or followed to register a limited liability company in Cameroon.
As lawyers, we should be the fortress of the oppressed and the nemesis of the oppressor. Have a nice day, my people. I'm CHUO ANGABUA Esquire, a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and Cameroon. I'm a notary public of the Southwest Court of Appeal in Cameroon. I'm an associate member of the Asian Dispute Resolution in Korea. I currently hold an LL.B from the University of Boya, an LL.B from the Nigerian Law School, and a postgraduate diploma in computer science from the Women Employment Center in Kumba. I'm currently enrolled at the University of Boya on a master's research program. My focus area as a legal practitioner is centered around the advisory, legal and compliance services with focus on maritime law, taxation and corporate law.